I said, yeah. He goes, well, if you see that high rye bourbon, let me know. I said, all right, I'll let you know. And I saw a store that dropped it, and came and it went. And then another store that I go to frequently had it on their website. So I sent Andy a link, and I said, you should be able to order this and just tell them that I will pick it up. And then 15 minutes later, I get a message from Dave. Hey, I ordered one of those bottles too. Can you pick it up for me? I said, sure, no problem. And I said, well, if I'm picking up a bottle for Andy and for Dave, I might as well order one myself. So went down there and was able to pick up the 3 bottles. And
sure,
they sold out that day. Later on that day, they were all gone. So
that was a good pop.
Yeah.
I'm using the Stay Trashy.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Actually,
I figured I'd over pour this because that's what I'll drink this for the rest of the night.
You guys are one up of me already. I just went with a regular Glen. See?
Okay, I just poured 4 ounces. Okay, so
okay. Yeah, you can go pretty deep on those glasses.
It's gonna be a good one.
You got to be careful. So, you know what I mean? Get you in trouble, Gandy.
So these glasses, I was saying, I love them. The nose you get on this thing is incredible. But if you do have one of these glasses, be very careful because it's not a Glencairn. It holds a lot of liquid. So you got to pour shallow. Otherwise, you can get messed up pretty quickly. And you're like, man, I only had one drink. Why am I feeling the way I feel? Because these glasses are deep. So you don't want to go too deep. And that's what she said.
So without further ado, let me bring the man, the myth, the legend up here. Mr. Whiskey Wisdom himself. So hold on a second. Let me get him up here on stage.
Man, I really don't want to be on this show. Oh, what's up, brother? How you doing, Mikey?
What's going on, Matt?
I love that intro, man. Just a silent countdown. Everybody can just appreciate their own thoughts, a little meditation. It was nice.
When I started watching and everything like that, I think I was hanging out with RJ, and he said, "Hey, my buddy's going back to streaming. We got to watch him and everything like that." So he gave us a link, and we all jumped on your show on Friday night. And I remember sitting there when your show started, I was like, "Holy shit!" I said, "Look at this." You had all that intro stuff and all. I was like, "Wow, this guy's like." I said, "What the hell is he? How the hell does he do all this shit, man?" You know. And then your camera came up and you were standing where you're standing, and the bottles. I was like, "My God, look at all the bottles this guy got." Little did I know we become friends. It's kind of crazy.
There you go.
So that would have been funny if I fell down. I just realized there's a little groundhog.
It's a Saturday night. Gonna know why. We're rolling live with WV Bourbon Guy. Hey! Glass on the table, bottle in hand. We're talking hometown stories from a laid-back land. From the hills to your sofa, come and pull up a chair. We're sharing poles with friends, glad to see you there. WV Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, sharing poles with friends, everything feels light. Hit that like, drop a comment, pull up and stay, sharing the fun, don't you click away. WV Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, yeah, we're sharing poles with friends by the neon light. Woo! little slow burn. Every sip's a good excuse to laugh and learn. So tell us where you're watching, top your story in the line. Hit that share for the party, let it spread online. WB Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, sharing pose with friends, everything feels right. Hit that like, drop a comment, pull up and stay, sharing the fun, don't you click away. WB Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, yeah, we're sharing pose with friends by the neon light. Oh yeah. Raise that glass to the chat rolling by. Oh yeah. We're all side by side under one brown sky. WB Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, sharing pause with friends. Everything feels right. Hit that like, drop a comment, pull up and stay, sharing the fun, don't you click away. WB Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, sharing pause with friends on a Saturday
Well, alrighty. Rick Moreland, congratulations. You are the recipient of the free duck for tonight's raffle. That is awesome. And before we even get started, can somebody please tell me, number one, that the mic sounds okay? And then when I'm playing the intro song, I am on my side, it goes in and out. So I just want to make sure that it's playing properly for all of you out there. So let me know. Okay. I'm getting the comments. The mic is good. That is good. I figured out how to turn the level up. And ready? Well, you guys can let me know on the song whenever you get it. Good vibe. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate that. Alrighty. So normally I say welcome to Saturday night. Well, it's Friday night. And tomorrow, actually, we're supposed to be doing something with some friends. And because of this ridiculous heat that's going on, I don't know if we're going to be doing anything. So who knows? If anybody's around, I might just hit the red button and just hang out. So we'll see. But tonight's the live. Tomorrow night, just maybe a hangout or whatever. But appreciate everybody tuning in and joining this evening. So without further ado, let's go say hello to everybody. Stan, actually, Vocal Sang was the first one in, but Dave, I think when you put yours in and then StreamYard, I don't know, early, they cut people out. So I don't know, but just wanted to let you know you were the first one in. But Stan, appreciate you being here. Happy 4th of July to you, Mr. Rick Moreland. So Rick, yes, I saw your comment. You should have the blue shield, so you're good, buddy. Don't abuse it, or I'll take it away. Just kidding. Um, Mr. Whiskey Wisdom, what's going on, buddy? Appreciate you being here, Matt. Mr. Dave Renstrom, Appreciate you being here, Dave. Cheers. DBW, thanks for stopping in and saying hello. Hopefully you're doing well. Let's see here. Here's Mr. Vogelsang. What's going on, Dave? Appreciate you being here. Oop, I missed somebody? No, I didn't. Okay, I see Dave saying hello to a couple different people, and I didn't see someone in here. Okay, nope, he got him. Okay. Rick Mullen. Rob. Uh, Appreciate you being here, buddy. Rick's was right above that, so I apologize. And let me see if I got it correct. Josh, appreciate you being here, buddy. Cheers to you. See, I'm starting to remember, Mr. Brian Callahan, cheers, buddy. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you caught some fish today. Didn't know if you were out fishing, but maybe you were, and you snagged a few. Corey's in the house. What's up, Corey? Appreciate you being here. John Shanks from Yorktown, Virginia. What's up, John? Appreciate you being here. What's up, Prescription Bourbon? How you doing, Dave? Appreciate you being here. Ready. What's up, Jackie? Appreciate you being here. Cheers. Oh, there's Rick coming back in. Ready. Rick is all fired up. Man. He's saying hello and throwing shots to everybody. What's up, Chris? Cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. Hold on 1 second here. Just too much stuff. Hey, Tyler. Appreciate you being here. Is that down to the? Oh, look at that. Oh, wait, no. Did I miss? Oh, Mr. Frank R. Cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. Oh, you know what I just did? Dang it. Oh, let me see if I didn't miss anybody up in here. I've got 2 chats rolling, and I clicked off of one, and there we go. Let me get back to this here. Make sure I do get everybody. Miss Sandy's in the house. What's up, Sandy? Appreciate you being here. There's Mr. Bourbon and Balls himself. Hopefully you recovered from the night of Gandy and Jeff. Got the house all cleaned. Put Gandy a good breakfast this morning, I hope. What's up, James? Appreciate you being here. Cheers. Let's see. I think I got everybody. I did say hello to Frank. What's going on, Frank? Appreciate you being here. There's my man. What's up, my man, Little Do? How you doing, Patrick? Hopefully you're doing well. Cheers to you. Let's see. I think we are down to the bottom. This is when I feel like the show just slows. Okay, we are. All right. We're down to the bottom. So, hey, appreciate everybody being here. And let me do something here real quick. So, let me hide this and do a second hashtag. We'll do this later on, but just want to put that out there for people. And I'll put it back out later on as well. But just wanted to get everybody in here, and then we'll draw that towards the end of the show. Just some free samples. Going to get rid of, try to liquidate some of this inventory that has been piling up here in my home and everything like that. So big show tonight. First, foremost, obviously, we're here to celebrate our country's birthday and celebrate 250 years. I am old enough to remember the last time we celebrated it was 1976. And it was the centennial birthday. So I am old enough to remember that. Matt, I know you're a Gen Xer. Hopefully you remember that as well. If not, you know, uh, just busting Matt. Uh, so let me just pull that banner back, and then so what we're doing tonight. Got a couple of different things. Uh, so get that rolling. So obviously July, it's the middle of the year, right? End of June, July. So kind of a way to go back, reflect, and kind of look at what's been going on, whiskey wise, that kind of stuff. Last year when I did kind of my, I guess, end of the year rankings, I did those in the beginning part of this year. They were more of a lot of single barrels, and they were also uh, some shelf products or things that are quote unquote not single barrels. So I do have a pretty large array of bottles. There is I think 11 over here, and these are ones that are open that I've opened this year and that I've been enjoying that are not single. But actually, there's two that are not open. So what I'm going to do is I've got a wheel. I'm going to spin that. We talk about whatever I spin, and then what I'm going to do is I'll go through all the bottles that are here. You'll see them on the wheel. And then I do have a list of single barrels. I just didn't have enough room up here to put everything. So these samples tonight in the pay drawing is going to be for you pick three. What three do you want? Or are you interested in having from the whiskey that is here that is non-single barrel, and then some of the single barrels that I have and have acquired and accumulated throughout this year that I have on a list as well. So hopefully that works for everybody. Should be fun. Let's spin the wheel, see what's going on and that kind of stuff. But like I was saying before, we're here to celebrate. This is you know, birthday of the country and everything like that. So appreciate everybody who's here, who's decided to come hang out with me here on a Friday night before the 4th. Don't know. I know the heat in this part of the country, at least the mid-Atlantic and kind of the central part of the U.S. is just oppressive. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I'm in my basement. It is very cool down here, but as soon as I walk up my stairs, and we got the air conditioning's been running like nonstop. You hit that, it's just it hits you, and it just the air conditioning just can't keep up. So it's been a little brutal uh past couple of days here. So hopefully everybody's staying cool, hydrating, and spending some time with family and having a good time. That's what it's all about, right? So just warming up. I poured a little bit of, I don't drink it often, Buffalo Trace. I mean, figured 90 proofer, have a few sips and get the palate awoken and everything like that. Because if I drink even a quarter of what's here in front of me, it's going to be a good night. I might not, as Rob would say, I'm going to be speaking in cursive later on. So I'm going to go through, spin the wheel, go through a couple of things here, and you'll see the bottles that are on this particular list, and then I'll create another wheel for the single barrel, and you guys can see that as well. Um, don't know. Let me see. I might be able to. I didn't think about even doing this here, but bear with me 1 second and apologize for the uh, the side of my face as I try to pull this up here. Bear with me 1 second. Uh, yeah, okay, I can do this. Hold on 1 second. I love spell check. Think that's not spelt right. All right. Well, we're gonna roll with it. I never was a good speller in school. Alrighty, let me just put this in here. Excellent. Okay. Ooh, alrighty. Let's see if I can. Let's see if that's the right one. That is. Alrighty. Let me bring this up here on stage real quick. And so hopefully y'all can see that. I can make it bigger. Just give me a I don't know, thumbs up that you can see the bottles that are in here. So these are the ones that are non-single barrels. Okay. The two that I don't have open is the Conviction and then the Old Granddad. So there's a few more that I'm probably going to add on towards the end of the year, but I just wanted to get thanks, Tyler. Just wanted to get this here rolling. So I'm going to spin this here. It's going to be what I'm drinking, but these will be the samples that you will have to choose from. So I'll bring this up a couple of times. If you guys want to take a screenshot, however you want to do it, those are the pours that are non-single barrels. And then you'll see the single barrels here shortly. Actually, I'll do that real quick. Uh, so these are the single barrels. So we got, and that's not spelt right. So I was having trouble with my typing. So the Reveries Judge pick that I did, I got Tumble and Dice 11 year, that's a bourbon. Epic 21090, Joseph Magnus single barrel, my buddy Isaac's Rare Character, Onyx and Amber Poor Decisions, my buddies Isaac's Onyx and Amber, the Old Rick from Bourbon and Balls, River Roots, that's the light whiskey. This is a Bourbon Judge River Roots pick. And then we have three Jim's Dream Spirits, which is 11-year Bookers, a Heaven Hill Double Oak, that's 9 years, and then a 9-year Barton that is sourced. And then on the we have Broad Branch. This is the rye. So this is their bottled and bond rye. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. This is the Judge 250, the Deep from Jay West. That's the Epic 6-year, Jack 10, the Bernheim 20th, Tumble and Dice 13-year, the Blenders from Knob Creek, the Evan Williams single barrel. That's the 250th anniversary. Sagamore High Rye Bourbon, and then these are the two Conviction and Old Granddad single barrel that I have not opened yet. So I'm going to shuffle this 3 times and I'm going to do a spin and see what the Wheel of Names chooses for me. Oh, very nice. Like it. That is such a good pour. Such a good pour. Let's see. I'm gonna. I'll remove it. Okay, I'm gonna write them down. So, oops, pen. Because I'm probably not going to remember this as we get through this stuff. So here's my. Oops. Let me remove that. Bring myself. Okay. So this is my bottle, and I know everyone made fun of me because I opened it. Well, Dave, you know, get the unopened bottle, please come after you. But my bottle is barrel 250. So this is an incredible pour for what it is and what it costs. And hopefully everybody out there in chat was able to secure a bottle of this. It is just such a great pour. Yeah, Chris, it is definitely a way to celebrate. Yes, 100%. And I see the Romines, maybe you're here. I saw, what's up, Jerry? Cheers to you. And I think I saw your lovely wife. There she is. So, Christy, cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. Let's see if I missed anybody else coming in. I don't know if I did or not. And if I did, I apologize. It's hard to, show me the proof. Hey, appreciate you being here. Cheers. So, Oh, I think I said hello to Frank before. What's up, Frank? Think I got you before. Right. I think I'm caught up. If I'm not, I'm not. If I didn't say hello to you, put your name in the thing and we'll say hello. Cool. So this this is just, I mean, Evan Williams single barrels are great anyway, but the proof point on this, the 117.76 proof on this here, I think it's phenomenal. Um, can't go wrong with an Evan Williams single barrel. It's just, it's good stuff, right? And this here does not disappoint. Oh, you got 243. Nice. Nice. We're only 7 barrels away. Look at it. I have another one and I don't have it on I don't think I have it on my shelf. I have it in a box back here. That's a backup and I can't remember what the barrel number of the other one was. Mm. That is just, that's what a bourbon should taste like. Nice. No burn, that caramel, that sweet vanilla, little bit of fruit spice in there, a little bit of a I guess proof from the rye, but a little bit of a tingle there, but it's just so easy to sip and everything like that. So it's a great pour. Yes, very, very good. So, um, what has been everybody's? I guess you saw my list. It's not fancy. It's not. There's no tater. Not a lot of tater. I don't think there's any tater bottles on there. Maybe one. The Jack 10, maybe. Um, the Reveries, if you consider that taterish. I don't know, but what are some of your favorite pours or favorite bottles that you've had so far halfway through the year that are non-single barrels, kind of either special releases or just annual releases or even just shelf products that are really good? Wow, Renstrom, you got some low barrels there. Nice. Oh, Jerry, you got barrel three? Oh, 11. Okay. That's my glasses. I can't see crap. What's up, Jim? Appreciate you being here. Barrel number 36. Very nice. All right, Frank. Well, you better report back. If we hang out tomorrow night, you better tell us how it is. Celebrate the USA with a bottle crack of an Evan Williams single barrel. And it's just the way it's decorated with the blue wax, and it's just a great bottle, man. So tonight, gonna try to do a meets afterwards, but then Northwest Bourbon. So Mark does his veteran stream. It's usually the first Saturday of every month, but he's got younger family and everything like that. I know he's got stuff playing with the kids tomorrow. So he's going tonight, and that's at midnight here on the East Coast, which is 9 p.m. out there on the West Coast where he's based. So we'll be hanging out in meets, and the goal would be, everybody kind of jump over and pull up. If you can pull it up, I'll try to pull it up in meets, get them the views and everything like that. People can interact and just go from there. People aren't going to stay up too late because you have that family activities tomorrow. I understand. So that's kind of how we're going to play it by ear tonight. Oh, hold on. Check my text. Rick, I silence my text usually. So let me see. Uh, um, well, we'll see, Rick. I got I got stuff I want to get through first, and then we're gonna go from there. So maybe towards the end we can do that. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Okay. Um, so uh, Shit, I lost my train. Oh, so when Mark's stream tonight and everything like that. So we're gonna do that and everything. So um, that's how we're gonna. And then I'm also I put together, and there's a link in the description of the video. I'm gonna go over the rules of so the bakers used to do blend vent, and ever since I started streaming or doing the lives in the slot that they used to go at, um, everyone said, "Well, you're going to have to do blend vent. You're going to have to do blend vent. When are you going to do blend vent?" And I'm like, "Blend vent was the bakers, man. It's that's I'm not taking the name. I'm not doing anything like that." So originally, I wasn't going to do something, but I'm like, something, it might be fun, be cool. So we are going to. Yeah, Rick, I will let you know. I'll text you if we can maybe do that tonight. So get hold on, all right? Um, so I am gonna do a blending competition, and I'm gonna go over all that here in a little bit. We're just gonna go through what the rules are, and everything like that. And if anybody has questions, my email and everything's in the sign up form. So we'll go from there. So hopefully it'll be a fun competition. We'll see. It's either going to be really fun and good, or it's going to be really bad. So either or. So we'll figure it out. But um, we'll go over that here in just a few minutes. I want to get a few more kind of samples done, and then get into that. So one thing so last week, Dave and Scotty were on, and we went through Scotty's blind, and I realized that I never um last week never highlighted the two channels that I had in my description. So I want to do that here really, really fast and just highlight these two channels, and then we'll continue on with the festivities. Let me just pull this up here real quick. Righty. Uh, why won't that work? Okay. Really? It's telling me the page is no. I hope it's still available. All right. Bear me one sec. If I can't do it, then we're going to do a punt. And oops, don't want to do that. Joys of streaming live. Um, let's see here real quick. Here we go. It worked that time. Alrighty. Let me share this tab. Okay, so this is again, these channels pop up in my feed and everything like that. So this is Bourbon Battalion. Okay, police firefighter. What kind of caught my eyes? He's done some stuff in Maryland. I think he's up in the Pennsylvania area. So he's at almost right around my level, or a little bit low, 220, 22, 25 subscribers. Um, does some pretty decent content. Looks like does a fair amount of videos, and he's got shorts that I think have popped up and everything like that. So go check out his channel, see if it's something you enjoy. Like, if you do, subscribe, and go from there. So that is that one. Let me just do that. Let me see if I can get the other one pulled up. And of course, it's gonna give me. Oh, gosh, hold on a second here. And of course, think I'm doing this now while I'm only one pour in versus later on it would be, and that one's not working. Okay. So maybe the link is not working in there. So the channel is Pours Outdoors. Go check it out. If you have some time, look it up on YouTube, and I'll see if I can make sure that that link's going to work, and I'll get that posted. So I just wanted to cover that before it got too far into the evening for me to remember or be able to do what I just had to do. So, man, that Evan Williams is very, very, very solid pour. Ready. Um, Put that there, and hopefully I'll remember what that was. Probably not, but hopefully maybe. Okay. All righty. So let's go back to my wheel. And yes, that is the one I'm going to share. All righty. All righty. So, hey, Scotty, what's going on, buddy? Appreciate you being here. Cheers. What'd you say there? You're it's running a bit late. Oh, no problem, Scotty. You're allowed. You're a West Coast guy. It's right. You're right on time, buddy. You're good. All good. You just missed one pour and some channel highlights, but the important stuff is coming up, the blend and all that kind of stuff. So I'm spinning for what other samples I'm going to try here. Um, 3 times, do a spin. So do any of you have any of these bottles? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Oh, one of my favorites. Yeah. Cumberland Dice 13 year. I tell you, Cumberland Dice does some pretty good stuff. Just going to say it. I enjoy it. And the guys last night after Charlie's thing, we were talking about the blend competition a little bit. And one of the guys in chat goes, "Oh, it's going to be easy to do a blend for Mike. Just make it, tumble and dice and then, something else." And I was like, well, maybe, maybe not. Watch the videos and you'll figure out what I like and what I dislike, all that kind of stuff. You'll notice there are 2 bottles that I did buy this year that are not really on the list here. Not that they're not good, but for me, I'm probably not going to put them in my end of the year stuff and ranking. You know, maybe honorable mention. I don't know. Um, but a couple of the ones that are left off, notable wise, the Saz Foolproof. I know, you're going to shoot me, throw stones at me. It's just not my profile. Wasn't something I enjoyed. I mean, I like drinking it. Not that it's terrible whiskey or anything like that. It's just not me. Um, the Elijah Craig barrel proof, probably the one I like the most, and maybe that'll get included in at some point. I need to go back to that a little bit and see. And then it was the Remus Experimental 2. Again, I haven't been back to that bottle in a while. I'm probably maybe in a couple of months gonna go try it just to see if it's opened or changed or anything like that. But there's so many finishes there. It was hard to kind of pick out what was going on, at least for me. So, I wanted to like it, but it's not that it's bad whiskey. It's just, didn't really do it for me. You know what I mean? Now, Tumble and Dice, sign me up, man. 7 year. I've had 7 years. I've had the 8 years. I don't know if I think I had a pour of a 9. I didn't own any 9s. I got a 10 year and I've had an 11 year, and this is a 13 year. So that's 13 year Tumble and Dice. and it's a 95.5 MGP mash bill. It's a small batch, but on the label it does say, oh no, it says barrel proof, so it is small batch barrel proof. Okay, it's 101.62 proof, and I think these dropped a lot this year. Um, in areas that Tumble and Dice distributes to, and these should have been available. So, and it's the single die. The dice, the bottle that has the multiple dice on it that adds up to 13, those are single barrels. And I have 3 higher age stated single barrels that are open, and probably not going to open that one right away. I did have a pour of it, so I was able to get down. Drug City had it on the at the fountain, so I was able to sample it at least and try it. So it's really, really freaking good. So Double and Dice is just, I don't know. It's me. I know Vogelsang City gets a lot of mint on it. I don't necessarily, maybe I don't get that grassy mint flavor with regards to Tumble and Dice. I get it's similar to the Broad Branch. What was it the Rye Fidelity, that bottle that I have? I get like rich dark fruit like plum, fig. I get a molasses type of a note on Tumble and Dice. They're just solid, solid pours, man. The only thing that kind of upsets me a little bit, they're 700 milliliter bottles. So I don't think I've ever seen a 750. I just assumed they were all 750. And then somebody pointed it out to me. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even realize that. They're all 700. So Dave, yes, the tumbling dice bourbon. Now, did you get the bottled and bond 11 year or the cash strength 11 year? And I think that 11 year it is a different mash bill. It is. I have one. Oh, you got. Oh, is it the not or is it the 99 corn 1% malted barley? That might be what it is. So I have a single barrel of that. That's a cash strength. That is really freaking good. Oop, oop, hold on. What is Tumble and Dice is under Proof and Wood, the umbrella. They're headquartered up in Connecticut and everything like that. But yeah, they're pretty cool and everything like that. Hey Nancy, appreciate you being here. Cheers to you. Hopefully you're enjoying the nice weather out there on the California coast, if that's where you are right now. So, or if you're traveling somewhere else in the country, hopefully you're not in the central part down here in the Midwest where it's hotter than Hades. It's terrible. Oof, man. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you being here. So, like I was saying, the tumble and dice, man, I enjoy it. I think they do some pretty good stuff. They're an NDP, so they seem to be sourcing some pretty good honey barrels. And again, I don't know if they take them anywhere else to age them or put them somewhere. So I don't know. It's pretty interesting. You know what I mean? I enjoy it. It was kind of funny when I first started on my adventure. Right, I did a bottle share here at my house, and I was not into rye whiskey at all when I first started. And one of the guys had a single barrel pick. It was a 7 year tumble and dice, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to try that. He goes, well, just take a sip, man. If you don't like it, you don't like it. And so, just take a small little pour of it. And I took a pour of it, and I was like, oh man. I said, that's a rye? And he goes, yeah. I was like, holy shit. I said, that's really good. And he goes, no, it's a 95.5 rye. I said, what do you mean 95.5? He goes, 95% rye, 5% malted bar. I said, oh man. So then I was like, well, still not a rye guy, but I do appreciate rye whiskey. So I think rye finishes incredible. They hold their finishes very, very well. and everything like that. So, and I think I know 2026 here, probably going to say is the year for me, the year of the rye. I've been buying more rye whiskey this year than anything else, but it's been interesting. I mean, definitely enjoying it. Love exploring a little bit. Thanks to my buddy CA Scotty, I took a little adventure into some whiskey from across the pond. That was interesting and good. And I have spent probably more time in a Scotch aisle in a liquor store than I have in the bourbon aisles. Probably the past maybe month and a half. Um, so that's been fun. Uh, Not explored anything on the Irish side or the Canadian side other than, Canadian that you drank when you were younger and that kind of stuff. But yeah, you got to branch out, try different things, everything like that. American single malts kind of tiptoeing dipping my toe in some of that stuff, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we'll see. But getting back to tumbling dice. Mm, yeah. So my spice hits you right up front, right? All over the front part of your palate, and you get that real. It's not proof. It's only 101 proof, so that's definitely the rye that'll hit you, light your entire palate on tingling and everything like that. And then I get that dark, that dark, like dark fruit, the plum molasses type of a note, and then it turns very creamy on the finish, which I absolutely love. A lot of the proof and wood gets that way. Bottles that I've had, I know they're bourbon, just their high rye bourbon. It comes in a red label. That, if you can find that, that is pretty good. I had a 7 year that I finished. I think it was one of the reviews I did early on. So if you want to go see that, go check out the video list and everything like that. But good stuff, man. Really, really good stuff. Yeah, definitely enjoy it. All right. Oop, what's Renstrom saying here? Not a pure ASM, but I just picked up Subtle Spirits blend of Speyside Scotch, Virginia Distilling ASM, and a local, oh, San Jose Distillery, 10th Street. I was skeptical. It's very good. Nice, Scotty. You were always experimenting. Actually, Virginia Distilling, they dropped, it was a bottle they did in the Virginia ABC, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was basically a blend of their American single malt, and I believe it was a bourbon. I'm not sure where they sourced it from, but I saw it on the shelves and wasn't sure if it was something I wanted to get into or anything like that. But um, you know, they're doing some good stuff down there. I know their standard series is pretty good. The Courage and Conviction is good. Um, they're, I guess, what is it? The series that they're doing with all the different collabs with distillery breweries and that kind of stuff have been really really good as well. So they do a lot of finishing in different casks and everything like that. So yeah, pretty cool. They're not far from. I mean, I my sales territory is actually down near the Charlottesville area, so I've been by the Virginia Distilling Co. property. It is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's just beautiful in the countryside. I mean, it's did not get a tour when I was there, but I've seen pictures from the inside. On the inside, it looks like just an incredible place. So if you ever get down to Southern Virginia, that's probably a cool place to go visit and everything like that. So mm, that that is super, super, super good, man. So Dave, on the Murray Hill Club special. Yeah, so it's kind of weird. So I've had samples of that. I found a bottle in Connecticut. I think it was Connecticut. Um, and then they dropped again in Virginia this past year, which was crazy. I guess Virginia ABC found some stock and everything like that. So that's a great pour in and of itself. And the finishing cat or the cask that was, I don't know, that wasn't Sagima. No, it's not. Um, the Magnus single barrel in that was it Sagui Monroe barrel is freaking phenomenal, and it's not a finished product. It's just the wood imparts that flavor on it. It's just absolutely incredible. So that is cool. So I'm going to spin, get another thing poured up, and then what I want to do is start talking about the uh, the competition, what we're going to be doing there, and everything like that. So we will, let's see, put that up there. Forgot to do that. We got that going. Alrighty, cool. Alrighty, let me add this up to the stage. I'm going to remove the tumbling dice, and we're going to do 3 more. There we go. So that tumbling dice is really, really good. So what you guys will get a chance to, oh, another good one. Man, tell you, I like it. Picking up bangers. So what everybody's going to get a chance to do is in the raffle tonight, it will be you choose 3 pours from these bottles, and then I have a list of single barrels that I'm going to put up and maybe sip on 1 or 2 single barrels as well. Not going to have too many of these here, but high rye bourbon, nice. So I don't know if anybody here has found. I know there's one person that is in the chat that has a bottle of this because I got it for him. But this is their second release of the high rye bourbon. So I did a review this past week of this one and the other one. And I tell you, Sagamore, they've been doing bourbon, I guess, since they started or right after they started. So I know there's been a few places that have been sourcing their bourbon, but they've never released it on their own. So last year, it was only in Maryland. This year, I got these in the Virginia ABC, man. So that's which is pretty cool, man. What's up, Dennis? Appreciate you joining, man. Cheers. Thank you for your service, and I appreciate you being here. Hey, Dennis, if you're staying up late tonight, there is a link in the chat, and one of the guys maybe can repost it. One of our friends, Mark, his channel is Northwest Bourbon. Every month he does a veteran live stream. So he does a whole stream that is dedicated to veterans. He's a vet, served over I guess in during Afghanistan and Iraq and all that stuff. But he does a great job. The only bad thing is for us East Coasters, it starts at midnight. But if you're up late, something cool to check out. So just wanted to let you know. Appreciate you being here. Hopefully you're doing well and staying cool in all this heat here. It's crazy how hot it is here on the East Coast. Man, alrighty, cool. So Sagamore High Rye Bourbon. So Dennis, did you score a bottle of the High Rye Bourbon in the Virginia ABC? You know that I was shocked when I did a Google search for it, and I said Virginia. I said, what the hell? Virginia doesn't carry Sagamore High Rye Bourbon. Sure enough, they did. And last year's was just great, awesome pour. This year's is just as good. I think they definitely have a little bit of a wider distribution because it's 10 proof points higher or lower. So they probably spread the batch out a little bit more, proofing it down another 10 proof points. I don't know how many more cases you get from doing that or not, but um, it's that's kind of what they did. But this is just it is just a quintessential bourbon. It's just very, very good. It's got nice high rye content in it, and for for 49.99 or $50, you can't beat it, man. It's a 6-year-old bourbon. I mean, it's pretty good. Love it, and it does for what it is. It's got some pretty nice color to it, and decent viscosity and mouthfeel on this and everything like that. Nice. Gerald, that was one of my favorite pours from last year, man. That is just so good. Very, very good. Fortunately, I didn't. I was in Richmond all day. My son moved. Okay. Nice. Oh, I can imagine how bad that heat index is. Well, make sure you hydrate and appreciate you stopping in, man. So I've been to Dennis's house a few times. He does these incredible bottle shares. Actually, I've met Myron from Bourbon Drop there the past 2 or 3 times. My buddy Joe, who comes into the chat every once in a while, I want candy or something like that. Uh, Met him there. Oh, he got me invited to the first one and everything like that. So it's a great time. Great time. This is just an outstanding pour for what it is. Rice spice right off the bat. I mean, it just lights your you just it drinks. I think it drinks above the proof. It definitely you can rye impact tingling your entire palate. And then it does have that caramel vanilla, and it's a nice, not a super long finish, but it doesn't one of those things that where it goes and it's gone. It just kind of fades away into the background, which is nice. So it kind of, you know, have a few sips, that kind of stuff, and it gets up there on the palate. What I just realized is I haven't been cleansing or rinsing in between. That's a faux pas and shame on me. Man, that, got some Coke Zero in the glass tonight. Need a little caffeine to keep my ass awake. My dogs woke me up way too early this morning. Right. So I'm gonna keep sipping on that a little bit. Let Who wants to hear about the blending competition? I do. I'm excited, and I'm not even going to submit a blend. Maybe I'll submit a dark horse. Just put a blend in and just see how I do. I did finish third last year, and I finished, I think, fifth the first year in the Bakers. So not too bad, I guess, right? Alrighty, let me pull this up here real quick. So that is the logo, or what I came up with, or what AI came up with. So, as you guys know, I do like to do reviews and videos on the back porch. You know what I mean? Got a beautiful view and everything like that. So, took one of my pictures of a sunrise and turned it into this. So, it's got the lights there and everything like that. I wish I had some whiskey barrels out there for that, and everything would be cool. But so it is the Back Porch Blend Battle. It's what I came up with, and it's kind of a play. I could have done Blend Brawl. Maybe I will change it. We'll see. But kind of a little play on West Virginia and University of Pittsburgh. Their rivalry is called the Backyard Brawl. So Back Porch Brawl competition. Alrighty. So the blend requirements. All right. So composition of what you're going to be submitting. Every entry must be a complete custom blend that is a minimum of 2 distinct commercial whiskeys. So single barrels and single barrel store picks would be allowed in that competition. What is not allowed is, like, if you take a bottle of something and you put it in a barrel and age it further, or you take a bottle of something and you put the staves or the spirals into a jar or whatever you do, and add some stuff, or if you finish it in something, like you take honey or maple syrup, whatever it may be. If it's honey, you're not going to win. I don't like honey finishes. That's not allowed. Okay. So it's just a blend of commercial whiskeys. They can be single barrels or store picks. Okay. Got to have at least 12 ounces to be in the competition. Got to need enough to make sure you're going to last. If you get down to the finals, I want to have enough to be able to sip and try. Okay. Um, and then you have to submit your recipe with your blend. So in an envelope, whatever it may be, what are the components of your blend and what makes up your combination. Okay. So those are the requirements. The, the deadline for entries, September 4th. Okay. That's going to give me enough time to get everything prepared and everything kind of organized and everything like that before I have to start in October. So the end of September is going to be busy for me with some stuff. And then I'm going to Bourbon on the Banks early October. And then I'll be have a wedding the second week in October that I need to go to. So I just want to be able to get everything organized and done over a couple of weeks, get all the blends kind of cataloged and organized. Okay. There is a sign up form that is in the description of this video. Go fill it out. And these rules are listed there as well. The structure of the tournament, we're going to limit it to 32 samples or 32 blends. So that'll give me enough to be able to do kind of a bracket style competition. Okay. Now, if you sign up and we have more than 32, I may tell you, say, hey, you're waitlisted. If somebody doesn't get a blend in, maybe or somebody doesn't do something correctly, well, then we'll let you in, that type of a thing. So the matchups and how it's going to be determined is we're going to do like the wheel I'm doing tonight of the different blends. I'm going to put 1 through 32 in a wheel, and we're going to spin, and that's how we're going to determine the matchup. So it's going to be 100% random. The wheel will be shuffled a handful of times, and I'm going to record that so everybody sees it, so they know, you'll know what number your blend is and when you're competing. That's going to be the goal. Righty. So the weekly battle protocol. Okay. It's going to be a 4-way blind. So I have the solo blind. I have Black Glencairns. So each week I will know what 4 blends will be competing, but I won't know what I'm drinking because they're going to be put into the solo blind. They're going to be spun clockwise, spun counterclockwise, taken out of the solo blind, placed on the bar, and then we're going to go through it. So that's going to be how the process of going through the blends. Okay. So it's Black Glencairn. So I'm not going to see what I'm drinking. It's going to be other stuff of how I'm going to judge it. All right. Judging and scoring. Here we go. The nose. Do I like it? Do I not like it? On the palate. Again, like it, not like it. What do I like the most? What do I like the least? And then a finish. So there's 3 different categories. And then the way it's going to be judged, you all know, I mean, if you've been following the channel, uh, yes, I do, Dennis. We will coordinate that. I'll hit you up on Discord. We can coordinate that. Can definitely do that. Yes. Probably sometime after I wanted to get through the July 4th holiday. So between now and say maybe early August or into August would be good. Yes, definitely want to do that. There's a few other people that have signed up that I'm going to be reaching out to kind of coordinate that with as well. All right. So the way I judge stuff, one, so it's going to be four blends, 1 through 4. 1 being the best, 4 the one I like the most, 4 being the one I like the least. So the blend with the overall lowest score and the blend with the second highest overall score will move on. So 2 blends from each week are going to move on, and the other 2 will be eliminated. All right. I'm going to start everything October 17th. That is the plan, at least for now. Like I said, I have a wedding that where the whole family is going to be going to. One of our friends' daughters is getting married on, I think it's the 10th or the 11th, whatever that Saturday is. So we'll not be streaming that week or anything like that. So the 17th is when I'm going to get this started. And the week before that, October, I think it's the 1st there, I'm going to be in Bardstown for Bourbon on the Banks. So those are the rules. They're listed in the sign up sheet and everything like that. So if you're ready to submit a blend and see if you got the chops to win the competition and be able to hang out with me on the back porch, well then submit a blend and see what happens. All right. Hopefully everybody understands that. If you don't, just shoot me an email, right? wvbourbonguy@gmail.com. And I'll answer any questions you might have if I can. If I can't, we'll figure it out. We'll get you an answer. Renstrom is going to be the numbers guy a little bit for some things, but I've got this pretty simple and simplistic. So we should be good with regards to putting this whole thing together. So we will see, but I have a little bit of time to prepare for that. But you guys need to start blending because I don't want to taste bad whiskey. Give me your best shot, man. I want to taste good stuff. I don't want to be spitting anything out on a Saturday come October. Just saying. All righty. Sagamore. High rye bourbon. Yum, yum, yum. All righty. That just very, very, very good pour. A couple of the stores that I got it from last year actually just showed that they had stock in them. So Dennis, I don't know, S&W, I think they have it. Esquire has it. I don't know if Angel Share does or not, but I did see it in both Esquire Liquors and S&W's inventory on their app. So just let you know. Yes, Dave Farley will supply the napkins. The napkin pour will be sponsored by none other than Charlie from Bourbon and Balls, the originator of the napkin pour. I think I have There it is. The napkin pour. And I witnessed it, the first one, firsthand. I was sitting here, and Charlie was sitting right here. Well, not in my bar, but right there in the hotel in Baltimore. And he took a sip of whatever he was drinking. He looked at me, he goes, "Oh my God, this is awful." And he looked around and he grabbed the napkin, put it on, and he went and poured the entire glass into a napkin. I'm like, "What the hell are you doing?" He goes, "That was awful." I said, "Well, the bathroom's not far. Go dump it down the toilet or throw it in the sink. What are you doing a freaking napkin?" Oh, he goes, "I couldn't drink that." So there became the napkin pour. So Charlie is the innovator. He's the cutting edge. There he is. Yes, the napkin pour. Um, and if you watch the Villains of Whiskey Tube, so the link to the Villains of Whiskey Tube website is in the description of the video. I think since we last streamed, there is a hold on, Rob. I see your thing pointing up. I'll get to that. There's a link in the description, and there's been a couple of videos I think that have dropped since the last time I streamed. So go check it out. It's getting interesting, interesting, interesting. So, question. So, Rob, do you have a question, or was there a question further up? Let me look. Let's see. Yes, I I I saw Dennis's question, and yes, we are going. Dennis is going to do a Beyond the Shelf episode and everything like that. And let's see, Sandy. So let me get this straight. You have the recipe before you blind them. What keeps you honest? No, Sandy. The recipe will be submitted in an envelope and something sealed that will not be opened until the blend is eliminated. So I won't know what the blend is. You have to submit a recipe, or at least what the hell you sent in, because when it's eliminated or when you win, that will be revealed to everybody. So it's in a sealed envelope. Probably should have been more specific about that. So hopefully that answers your question. If that was the question Rob was referring to. Sorry, Sandy, to be a little ambiguous on that, but hopefully that answers your question. Friday. What's up, Corvette Trey? Cheers to you, man. Appreciate you being here. Awesome. Trey was brave enough to join us last week on the backstage. Those can get interesting. I'll tell you that. Always fun and exciting trying to keep 15 to 16 people civil to each other and not talking over each other and all that kind of stuff, especially after they've had a few pours. Becomes a challenge. You know what I mean? Oh, I've got that McBrayer 250 sitting over here myself. Don't know if the wheel is going to give me that pour, but I might just pour it up myself. We'll see what happens. But just finished up, Trey, Sagamore High Rye Bourbon, the release from this year, which was very, very good. So let me, what I'm going to do is let me go to, I don't have these bottles out, so I may have to stumble around and find one. But let me pull this up. So, like I said, last year I did 2 lists. So I'm more single barrel, right? That is to me, if you're talking about whiskey and bourbon, single barrel, single barrel picks, okay, to me are the true unicorns out there, right? Because there's only so many bottles in a barrel, right? So I love single barrels. That's kind of my jam and what I do. So I will release kind of list of my favorite single barrels of the year. I know you can't, the purist will say, well, that can't be a whiskey of the year because it's not this and it's not that. Well, I'm gonna do two lists. Last year I did a rye, I did a bourbon, and then I did single barrels, which was a combination of the two. I think I'm just gonna do single barrels and then whiskeys, which would be ryes and bourbons or whatever it may be. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and these are the ones that I've got open that I've purchased this year. So I'm going to give this a spin, pick my next pour. And you guys, so the raffle tonight will be you pick 3 samples of the bottles that I've already been sipping on, and then the bottles that are the single barrels here, which is pretty cool. Oh, the Judge's River Roots. So I know where this is. I got to dig it out. So bear with me 1 second. Nice. So this is, you can see, oops, me get my wheel off the screen there. As you can see, I have been enjoying this and everything. So this is they calls it. It's the verdict is chocolate, and this sucker is a chocolate bomb, and it's absolutely incredible. So for you, I know Renstrom and Scotty will be able to. Scotty more so because he's the River Roots guy. So this is the barrel. It's GE, and I think that's a it's either an 8 or a B, and then it's E100. So it's 8 year, 8 month, and it's 130.38 proof. GEO. So it's a Jim Beam, and this sucker is good. I enjoy it. I've actually first time I ever had River Roots was from my friend Scotty. Shared a few samples with me. I've never had a River Roots, and since then I've gotten let's see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 bottles of River Roots. So good stuff they're doing up there in Cleveland, Ohio. I believe is where they're based out of. And I'm just going to pour a little bit because I want to be able to keep having a conversation with everybody. Let me put this back here on the bar. All righty. So Renstrom says he defers to Scotty for River Roots. Yes, Scotty's he's the if you have any questions on River Roots, instead of phoning a friend, you phone a Scotty. Andy said he was going to be joining a little bit late tonight. He texted me, so he said he'll see me on. He may be sleeping, Dave. I don't know. So when he gets here, everybody wish him well. Maybe say good morning. I don't know. Dave, if you want to text him, find out where he may be. He did text me, said he was going to be a little late. So I hope he didn't fall asleep. He was up late last night with Charlie. That's the problem. Because they probably turned off the camera and had a few more pours. Those guys. All right. I've not been into this one in a little while. That is like a Reese's peanut butter cup. It's that Jim Beam, not high nut level. I know we always talk about the nut level, but it is chocolate, a little bit of peanut, and then that 130 proof, that spice kind of kicks in and just gives you a nice warm hug. This is good. Now I know why the bottle's so low. I've really enjoyed this thing. Man. So Dave is asking if Dave tucked Gandy in or did Charlie or Weller. And then So Gandy was in bed at 2:04. Oh, he was up late. You guys did stay up a little late after we hung up. I don't know. That was a little crazy. I tried to go to sleep. I got in bed, and my dog decided after, see, I probably went to bed around the same time, about 2:45. So it's about when I got into bed. And my dog decided he had to go outside about 7:30ish, 7:40ish. So got less than 6, a little over 5. So yeah, I'm a little tired tonight, a little sluggish. That is phenomenal. Wow. River Roots just does it right, man. I haven't had a bad bottle from those guys. That is very good. Very, very, very good. So what's been everybody's favorite pick from this year? I know there's one on that list that it's probably going to be a lot of people's favorite who were in the Bourbon and Balls group, was that Old Rick. That was just something special. That bottle was freaking incredible. But that's American light whiskey. So, but what's your, so they'll put it out to you this way. What was your favorite bourbon single barrel? What was your favorite other single barrel? So rye, American single malt, American light whiskey, you know, Scotch, Scotty, give you an opportunity to jump in with that stuff and everything like that. So, let me know. You guys are all tired tonight. Heat's taking it out of everybody. Man, maybe it's me. I don't have the energy like I normally do, or do I? And everyone else is just tired. Or just tell me, Mike, hurry up with this here. Let's freaking race the ducks and let's get the meats. Is that what you want to do? We can do that as well. You just tell me. All right. Bueller, Bueller. Feel like I'm losing the room. Alrighty. Um, oh, Mr. Vogelsang, the Old Rick, and the Onyx Double Oak Pick. Yeah, yep. Favorite American Light. Yep. That's, I think, probably the majority of the people that are here, Dave, are probably going to be in that camp as well. Uh, and go from there. Oops. So for me, I'm a fan of American AWL. Okay. So what AML? I'm not sure what that acronym would be. Educate me or tell me. I'm a few pours in. My brain's not working. So Scotty for American light whiskey, the Old Rick for Scotch single cask nation. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Scotty. And let's see, it's a new distillery for me. Nice. Very, very nice. American light whiskey. Okay. All right. You're good. Just wanted to double check and make sure. I was like, so. Ooh. So let's see. You're not a fan of American light whiskey. We did not participate in many picks this year. Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah. I mean, everybody's got their swim lanes and what they enjoy and what they don't enjoy and all that kind of fun stuff. You know what I mean? So let's see. Sandy, River Roots Rye, Silver Spring Rye, Saz Foolproof, Old Rick, anything. Yep, you are the brand ambassador. And they ever love Nepal. Oh, can't Sandy, I don't know how you drink that the Neapolitan and that stuff. Oh, it's just so just a word to the wise, don't put any of that stuff in your blend when you send it to me because you're not gonna advance. I'm just telling you right now, flat out. Trying to give you some coaching tips for rye. Oh, Campbell Liquor Store, River Roots, 14-year MGP. Scotty, that sounds phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. It's a 95.5, 14 years. Sign me up. So favorite bourbon is probably, oh yeah, well, um, I had some of those River Roots, if that's what you're referring to. Those are very, 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 very good. Rise, he doesn't know yet. But for the price, the Cedar Ridge 9.75 year rye is delicious. Okay. And Sandy saying she knows that I do not like those two bottles. AS American Single Malts, probably the Copper Works I picked up recently at the distillery. Nice. Yeah, you know what's funny, Scotty? I think the other was it a couple nights ago. I went on the Poor Decisions website, and I think there is still Copper Works, the tropical peaches available. Don't know how many are available, but I still think there's some there. If anybody's interested, go out and get it. It's the Poor Decisions website. Rick saying he had Old Rick in a blend and it got beat. Oh, nice. Oh, and here he is, Mr. Bourbon and Balls. So American Light Whiskey, Old Rick, Southern Collective, the Broad Branch, Rebecca Creek 10-year. Nice. Very nice. Thank you, Mr. Renstrom, for posting the link. So go check it out. I think I don't know how many bottles are left. So, but I did see that it was still in stock, which is kind of surprising. I mean, I think there was a pretty decent yield on that particular barrel at the time. Mm, this River Roots is just so freaking good. There's Christian. Appreciate you being here. Hey, did you ever get with Mac or no Hack on the samples that you won a few weeks back? If not, let me know. Um, that's my email. If you did not, let me know, and I will try to get a hold of him and figure out what's going on. All righty. Uh, the Old Rick Enhanced. Ooh, nice. That is the one that was kind of the bottom of the barrel stuff, right? Right, Charlie? I like to get a pour of that, if you don't mind. You didn't have that at the bottle share, did you? Or did you? And I just didn't try it. I just thought maybe it was the regular Old Rick, and you snuck the enhanced in while we're there in Colpick. If you did, shame on me, right? Righty. What we got time wise? Okay, got a few more minutes, and then we'll get to doing these freaking races and all that kind of fun stuff. So, uh, let's see. This is one I want to try. And I got this at the bottle share. Send me an email and I will try to get a hold of him and get that squared away. I know that at the end of that stream got a little confusing and crazy and everything like that. So, you know what I mean? So my buddy Rick Miller was able to find this bottle for me, and he brought it to the Colpec experience, and I got it, but I haven't opened it yet. Oh, Charlie, we're going to find out. Here we go. Couple of mid-year brackets to determine what my favorite so far of the year might be done in July. All right. Yeah, I was trying to think. I've been thinking about this for the past week or so. I said I probably should do a video or anything like that, but it's kind of hard. I always try to get I can get one video out a week. That's kind of enough. And ooh, love these corks on these bad boys. It's going very, very little pores tonight. Little pores. Got the bourbon and balls glass. And did any of you guys? So last night watching the bourbon and balls live stream. Never noticed this on Gandy. So he's always, well, Gandy's always in. He can only see this much of them sometimes, or maybe this much of them when we're on meets or anything. But I noticed he has a method when he pours, right? Pours the bottle, and he has paper towel down, not for a napkin pour, but to help spin the bottle. He turns his Glen sideways, and he rolls it a little bit this way, right? And then he does kind of this on the napkin, so it slides around, and then goes in, gets a nose, and sips. He's got a method to his madness. Noticed that a couple of times last night during Charlie's stream. It's pretty interesting. Ooh, that's got a old granddad. I usually get probably the first bourbon I really got like a kind of a cinnamon type note on it. It's freaking good. I mean, I love the 114. It's just inexpensive, nice to sip on. You can drink it neat. You can put it in a cocktail if that's your jam, and or whatever you want to do with it. It's not super expensive, so you know it's not bad, right? This smells incredible. Nice. Let's see what we got here. 114 proof, aged 7 years, high rye, lot 001. I think they all say that. They don't necessarily say the barrel number or the information on here at all, unless it's on the neck. Nope. All right, so it's a single barrel, but they don't give any other details other than that. All righty. Good old Jim Beam. That smells really, really good. Nice dark oak on the nose here. Man, like it. Cheers, everybody. Ooh, that's good. Nice. Don't know if it has the chops to kind of be in a end of the year battle, but that is freaking good. Man, that is really good. Wow. Like it. That has not dropped anywhere near me. So you people like we get the Sagamore around here, and everyone else gets the old granddad, right? So that is good. I've got one more empty Glen left, and I'll figure out what I'm going to put in that one here in a little bit. But again, what you guys would, or gals, or everybody is in competition for tonight, all of these bottles. So what I'll do is I'm just going to do a parade of bottles. So we have the tumbling dice that I tried earlier. No granddad that I just cracked. Sagamore bourbon. Living Williams. High Fidelity. And this is the bottle and bond, but this is freaking phenomenal. That is some good stuff. Look at the color on that thing. The color on this is just absolutely incredible. This is what Trey was sipping on before. The McBrayer. Got a signed bottle. Very nice. That is a good pour as well. We almost lost to Glenn. We got the Deep from Jay West. I'm just going to stack these in front. Blenders. I wish I got to this one. This is the Epic. This is their 6-year anniversary bottle. Absolutely phenomenal. You want to talk about rye, dark fruit, fig, incredible. Some little distillery in Tennessee. That's batch 5. That's the 20th Bernheim. And this is one I didn't open yet, but if somebody wants it as part of their sample, it'll be a neck pour. Conviction. This is just, I guess it's small batch from them. And Jackie, actually, Frank was able to pick that up, and Jackie was the one that muled it because Frank couldn't make it to the coal pick. Let me just clear these back over here. Apologize for the housekeeping. So it happens when you have too much whiskey and not enough freaking room. Ugh. My goal is to do a redesign of my setup down here. I'm gonna I'm in this corner here of my basement, unfinished over here. I'm gonna take this whole thing and turn it this way. So this 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 whole piece here will be on the back part of the wall. I'm gonna move those shelves behind me over to this wall here, and we'll make some changes. So maybe in the fall, in between when I'm not doing the blending competition, we'll go ahead and do that kind of stuff. But that was a workout, man. Alrighty. So of those, what should I pour? My last one, my last Clean Glen that I have out on the table. Let me know in the comments. I'll let you guys pick my pour. I'm not going to leave it to the wheel. We could leave it to the wheel. You can see what the wheel, let's see. That's a single barrel. We can see what the wheel says. Or you guys. Yep. How did I know? How did I know? How did I know? Belgusang was going to vote that. All righty. Let me find it. Dave, you must have a Woody. I opened up 2 bottles tonight. Just kidding, buddy. So I did at the bottle share. I don't know if I got this. Somebody had a bottle of Conviction, and was pretty damn good. So I know there's one guy on Whiskey Tube that is a big fan of it. So oh man, that double oak, just as soon as I popped it, you could smell it. What's cool is this bottle is the exact same bottle of Copic, same bottle design, which is pretty cool. So this is the fall of 2025 B is the batch. It's 105.6 proof. So it is not a single barrel. It is their small batch product, but damn, it looks pretty dark. Not that it's any indication of how good it's going to be, but I think sometimes dark whiskeys like that taste pretty goddamn good. Yeah, this thing, ooh, it's just clinging to that glass. Man, legs haven't even started forming yet. It's just kind of very slowly rolling down the side of the glass. Oh, man. Some double oaked goodness right there. Man, is that a number, Jeff? Half ounce. Okay. I'm not sure I'm getting the reference, Keith, but okay. What's going on, buddy? Appreciate you being here. Cheers to you. Smells good. Oh man, does that smell good? Wow. I'm glad you guys suggested this one. I'm going to be happy drinking this bad boy. Oh, wow. That's rich, deep caramel. A little bit of getting a little bit of maple in there as well. And then toffee. Caramel, maple, toffee. Sounds like a pretty goddamn good candy bar for a fat guy. That hits a lot of the right notes. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. That is good. I'm glad I opened it. Thank you for suggesting that, everybody in chat. All righty. So, let me. So all the bottles that I just had up on here are part of the raffle tonight, the paid raffle, and then the single barrel list that I put up before. Let me see. Let me pull up the single barrel. So the only thing that's off of the single barrel is the Bourbon Judge one. So let me pull that back up. So this is what's on here. So it's the 11-year Tumble and Dice Bourbon. That's 99 corn, 1% barley. The 21090 Epic Pick, absolutely freaking phenomenal. My review of that, I think, drops this week or next week, or this coming week or the week after. I've got it done. It's already edited. It's put out there. The two Onyx and Amber. So this Onyx and Amber was Poor Decisions. That's a light whiskey. My buddy Isaac's Onyx and Amber is a so that's a wild turkey finished in maple syrup, which is maple syrup barrel, which is absolutely phenomenal. Rare character. This here is a beam sourced rare character. Uh, no, it's yeah, it's 8 years, 6 months, 118 ish proof, and absolutely phenomenal. Obviously, this is the Magnus single barrel, which is just, if you know, you know. If you had one, if you haven't, it's an experience. This is the Dream Spirits. It's a Heaven Hill Double Oak. Dream Spirits 9-year Barton. That's really good. Dream Spirits 11-year-old Booker's Barrel, and then the River Roots light whiskey that was picked by Angel Share. So I think it's Green River um, light whiskey, if I'm not mistaken. So you pick 3 from all those. So if you want to get in, Venmo is there, and those of you who do PayPal, you should have my PayPal, so you can go ahead and send that over as well. So I'm going to start building that real quick. Let me remove that. And then what I want to do is let me put up this one. So for those of you who recently joined, we're going to give away some samples of free stuff as well. Just some random stuff. Could be single barrels, could be non-single barrels, but some free whiskey. Just enter that in, and I'm going to do probably the paid one first and then do the free one. So I'm going to start building this. I think so. I used to just check my phone, and now I think I am able to access the Venmo on my computer, which is nice. So let me see if I can do this or not. I can remember the password. Fucking kidding me. All right. That's not going to work. I changed my password 3 times today, and every time I thought I did it correctly, and I guess I didn't. So, alrighty. Right. The joys of right. Gandy's already sent me. So Gandy hasn't been here, but he did send me. Told me he sent me a PayPal earlier. So if he wins, he wins. That'd be awesome. He can choose his samples when we talk to him. So ready. These days we'll get this thing figured out. Thank you to everyone who has contributed. It is truly appreciated. So just so you know, what I've been, kind of full disclosure, what I have been using some of the money on and everything like that. I do have a new computer, which is great. It was my youngest son's computer he was going to have for college. So he paid for it with his own money, and I paid him for the computer. So I gave him money for what he paid for it, basically. Um, I've paid for my subscription to StreamYard, so I don't have the StreamYard logo, and I can have more people on the stream every week if people want to come on. And then I think I paid for my ticket to Bourbon on the Pinks from that, and the Jay West event from that. So those are some of the things that are helping fund the channel and that kind of stuff. Eventually, we'll get to a point where we can start maybe doing different bottles and that kind of stuff. So we will figure that out as we go along. But I do appreciate everybody who does um, contribute. It is appreciated. Just wanted to be kind of open and honest as far as what some of the money does go for and everything like that. Alrighty. And I know this is not my normal time slot. So I do appreciate everybody who's hung in tonight and joined and had a good time and all that kind of fun stuff. It's been cool. And uh I got you, Charlie. I think I have everybody. Let me just double check and make sure. Yep. Alrighty. Very nice. Uh, right. Boom. Alrighty. Let's get these pasted into the old duck machine. And I can hear fireworks going off in the back over here. Don't know if it's at the club that is up on the hill from where I live or not, but I think that'll be tomorrow night. Ready? Let me do this. Bring this up and edit the list. Oh, all right. Dang it. Wait, copy and paste from the wrong thing. And hold on. Got a few more entries just came in. So let me just get that real quick before I. Bear with me one sec, everybody. Alrighty. And awesome. Let me try to do this again. There we go. I think I got it this time. Alrighty. Make sure. Yep. Everybody's there. Alrighty. Get to the top here. So, Rick, that's your free run. Awesome. Danny, you're in for 2 if you're here. That's awesome. If you're not here, uh, you're not here. I don't know. Oh, the chat is blown up. My goodness gracious. I got you, Charles William Hall. Cheers to you. I see Miss Lori J. Cheers to you. I look back and it came up and it was 39 messages. I'm like, holy geez, look at that. Everyone's blowing up in here. Very nice. Very nice. Alrighty. So there's still, you guys can get in on the free. And then if anybody's interested, I'm just going through the names for this one. So it's for 3 samples. You pick all the things that I've had tonight and kind of the list that I have put up. All right. So got Gandy in for 2, Rob, is in for 2. Jerry's in for 3. Mr. Vogelsang is in for 4. Scotty's in for 5. Chris Barlow's in for 2. Sandy's in for 1. Mr. Renstrom's in for 3. And the Rye guy's in for 2. And then Charlie is in for 2. Righty. I think that's everybody. So appreciate everybody being here this evening. Let me get back to chat. Bear with me one sec. Ready. 1 second here. Where the heck is my spreadsheet? God dang it. Want to post. Nope. Here's the meets link, and I'll get started once we finish up and everything like that. All righty. So I think we're good here. Thank you, everybody, for joining in, hanging out, sharing a few pours, celebrating our lovely country's birthday. Get ready to run this, and then I'm going to run the hashtag once this is done. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, everybody. Good luck. Ransom, if you want to share the meat stuff other places, you can. That would be appreciated. I will try to get it in the description of the video, but we'll see. All righty. Getting down to it. Got a big bunch. Everybody's bunched up. Rob, that's not a good spot to be at this time in the race. Let's see what's going to happen here. Things will start, people will start making moves. Oh, 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 I see Sandy. Oh, is it going to be Gandy? My man Gandy. All right, Gandy Road. You're probably sleeping right now. You don't know that you won, but you did win. It wasn't Volksang on my stream. That's a shocker. Right? Oh, all right. Let me get the jot that down. Let me get the other wheel, the other giveaway tool up. Oh, damn it. Are you kidding me? All right, hold on. Let me 1 sec here. Hold on 1 sec. All righty. Sorry about that. One of my dogs came downstairs, so the door must have been open. I had to get him back up. So bear with me 1 second here. I got to pull. I grabbed. Let me make sure this is going to work. Right. So if I'm going to need everybody to do a re-entry of the WVBG. For some reason, the tool did not grab it, and it wasn't grabbing anything. So if you could do that, that would be awesome. So I'll put it back up here. Bear me one sec. Sorry about that. There we go. Oh, everyone's doing it. Awesome. I tell you, you guys are good. There we go. Now we're collecting names. All right. So these are going to be some randoms. We're just trying to clear the inventory just a tidbit. That conviction is phenomenal. Wow. Good stuff, man. Oh, all right. We've got 24 in here. We've got 18 entered in. We'll give it a couple more seconds and then we will let it roll. All righty. So I truly do appreciate everybody being here on a Friday before the the birthday of our country and everything like that. So definitely appreciate everybody hanging in and hanging out. Let's go ahead and get this drawn. Oop, I saw William just entered. I didn't see an update on here, so let me wait 1 second. Hopefully it did. Alrighty, I'm gonna let it roll. Saw William's name flash, so we got in there. Let's see if the last person in is gonna do it. Miss Lori J. That is awesome. Congratulations. Um, let's see. I guess I don't know if I have your guys' address. So shoot me an email, or if you filled out the form to enter the blend, I'll get your address. But um, did I spell that correctly? So there is my email address, wvbourbonguy@gmail.com. Just send me your address, and I will go ahead and get you some samples over. That is awesome. Pretty cool. So let's go hang out at Meats, and then we'll hang out with Mark in about an hour. So as I like to end always, this is the West Virginia Bourbon Guy, reminding you that pours are always best when they are shared with friends. And I want to appreciate and thank everybody for hanging out tonight. Cheers, everybody. And Mr. Ritchie and Miss Lori J, happy anniversary. I know it was your anniversary earlier this week. Congrats. And we'll see everybody in Meats if you want to come hang out. Catch you guys later.